Customer dropped off this Passat with no AC, and when we get to the bottom of it and why there's no AC, you're going to ask, can you believe that? This one's crazy, guys. Let's get started. Speaking of can you believe that, that's the name of the new channel that me and my friend Thomas Durant have about paranormal, aliens, Bigfoot, all kinds of different topics. If you're into that type of stuff, there's a link in the description to click on it. You'll see a completely different side of the car wizard you've never seen before. You definitely don't want to miss out. It's a really sweet channel. This is a 2018 Volkswagen Passat with the 2.0 engine. Nothing really fancy or special, but the customer dropped it off and said, I have concerns that I bought this a few years ago. The AC has never worked. And when we tell you the whole story, it's really going to be crazy. But they wanted to find out, why does the AC not work on this car? Before we dive in, let's take a look around this thing. Let you guys check it out. You're really going to love the ending of this. This is insane. So your typical Volkswagen Passat front end, although it's missing a couple of trim pieces on the bottom of the grille area. Otherwise, the paint shows okay. It does have some black wheels on it. Looks like they're stock. They came that way. It has the stormtrooper look, as some people call it. They have their trucks, SUVs with white and black wheels and trim. Speaking of black trim, this one does have on the pillar, it's starting to fade and crackle there. It looks like it's dirty, but it's actually cracked up. This is the Passat SE, and it does say the TSI on the side. Not much going on back here, and if we go along this side, similar situation. Again, it's a daily driver. It's not expected to be like a museum piece. Let's go ahead and let you guys check out the interior, and then we'll dive into what's going on with this thing.
Okay, legends, 110,512 miles, so it definitely has a few miles on that odometer, but nothing insane, nothing crazy. Have a very simple gauge cluster. Got the tach on one side, speedometer on the other. You can track a few other items like our water temperature and, of course, that old gas gauge. The dash is in good condition. They are obviously fans of KU with our Jayhawk hat there, but the dash is in good shape. Nothing's crazy, nothing cracked, nothing, problems. I like that they have kind of that taupe above. Then we have a little bit of silver kind of with a nice little kind of pattern to it. And then we have a faux wood trim as well. And then we go to an ivory as well. So it's got a lot of color in here, but it looks nice and goes well together. Infotainment screen, well, it's a little dirty, but really, let's be honest, how many infotainment screens really stay clean? I know, exactly. We do have a push button start next to our gear selector, which is a automatic transmission. We do have a few items here on our center console. Got a collection of coins, got, some seashells. Not so sure how seashells ended up here in Kansas, but maybe went on a really long road trip. The seats are ivory as well, and they do have a very dark, almost a black piping on the edge, but the seats are in good condition. Have, no really a lot of bolster, but from back beyond the front we have all that nice color, and it wraps around to pretty much a lot of ivory. It looks okay, and it does stay clean. For as many miles as on this car, at least the ivory is looking nice and creamish. In the back seat, the cream does continue. We have lots more cream. We have a little bit of that piping as well in a few locations as well. And of course their jacket, because it is starting to be fall in Kansas, which means jacket in the morning and shorts in the afternoon. As we get to our headliner, everything is in good condition. And again, more ivory. There's no Cheeto fingers, no marks up there. It's looking really nice. So here we are at that steering wheel, and here is our first hint. Something may have gone on, and we don't take things off because it's the customer. So I'm imagining maybe they're protecting it. I don't know, but this is definitely showing some wear on that steering wheel cover, but otherwise the buttons look nice, even though it's kind of out of turn at the moment, but everything is looking good. So I wonder what is going on with the air conditioning. It is a crazy problem. You're just not going to believe it.
Now let's dive into what exactly is going on with this air conditioner. The customer bought it 3 years ago from a dealer, and after she purchased it, she noticed that the AC wasn't working. So she took it back to him. Maybe there's some warranty, or maybe they can offer to fix it, half price, or something. They wanted to figure out what's going on. They said it needed a whole system replacement, and they weren't interested in doing it. She was like, okay, well, I need to get this fixed. It hasn't worked. And they said, oh, no. It worked when we sold it to you. It worked fine. We don't know what the problem is now as far as what caused it, but it currently does not work. It needs the full system replacement. She was so upset, she was just like, you know what, whatever. And she's actually driven it without AC for quite a while now, for a few years. Now, why she did that, that's her own personal reasons. I don't know, I don't understand. But, so apparently, according to the customer, the AC never worked, even when they bought it. The dealer said it did. But what we show you today, you're going to see it is impossible that it ever worked when she bought it. So let's go ahead and get the hood open. So Danielson road tested it. They had some issues, possibly the heat isn't working. Well, the heat does work. When he road tested it, it got so hot, it literally roasted him out. He's like, well, obviously the heat is working. So maybe they're not operating it properly or something. We're not sure. We're going to have to figure that part out. But the heat works perfect. But the AC would not cool. So Danielson put it into the bay. He thought maybe it's just low on refrigerant. A lot of these get to that point where there's a small leak. Maybe we just hook up the AC machine and figure out what's going on. See if it has low refrigerant or no refrigerant. He also did a visual inspection at the compressor. He didn't see any leaks going on there. Kind of looked around, didn't see much going on. He hooked up the AC machine, let it do its job, and walk away. While he was doing something else, he heard it beep, beep. It was beeping incessantly. It wouldn't stop. He came over to see what's on the screen on the AC machine, and it had an error code. And we looked up the error code. It's something to do with pressures aren't changing. Nothing's happening. We're trying to vacuum down the system, and it's not vacuuming down. So with the error code this thing showed, we're going to play the game with you guys. What could it be? You can let us know in the comments what you think it is, and I'll list 3 things. Is it A, a locked up AC compressor? Is it B, a wiring short circuit that has shut down the whole system? So before we dive into the answer of what's going on, let's go ahead and get the AC machine to do its thing so I can show you guys what we saw. Hit the recovery button. We're going to see how much refrigerant is in this system. Going ahead and hit start. Not enough pressure to even start the recovery. And it has a code there. And you hear the beeping? He was working, he's like, why is it beeping so much? So he came over here and read this message. There's literally nothing there to evacuate. We've never seen this before. Before you guys go crazy with the beeping, I'll go ahead and stop it. We've never hooked up an AC machine before and told it to recover, and it just says, I'm not going to. Something's seriously wrong here. It just refused. It's like, okay. So this is where he got his UV light, and I'll grab mine and we'll go to see what's going on. So luckily modern cars come from the factory with a UV leak detecting dye included in the AC system. So if there's a leak, you can shine a UV light at it and it will glow like radioactive green. So Danielson was thinking, okay, well, I'll look for this leak. It's got to be somewhere. Maybe that's what's going on. So let's go ahead and start with looking up here and see if we see any leaks. One thing we'll check is around with these ports, which I put the caps on. You see a little bit there, which is normal, because when you take the port off of the AC machine, it sprays a tiny bit. That's normal. So we're looking for that same kind of a glow. You can go look at the AC lines that go all the way back there to the expansion valve. Nothing was leaking there. He checked all the lines coming forward. Then we get down to the AC compressor down here. We don't see anything glowing on it. It looks nice and clean. Here's another AC line here. You check the rubber out on it. Nothing's glowing there. Nope, nothing up here. So we don't see anything up top. Let's get it up in the air and show you the very shocking thing that Danielson found. One place to check is where the condensate water drains. We all know when your AC is running on a hot summer day, you can watch someone's car literally dripping water all over the ground. That's totally normal. It's actually the water that's actually building up on the evaporator core. It has to get rid of it, Just like when you have a cold drink on a summer day, it gets that foggy condensation on the outside. The same thing happens here and starts dripping. Let's look for any kind of green glowing all over this cross member, up on the firewall. They usually have a little drain that sticks out. I'm not really seeing anything. The nice thing about this dye is an actual oil. It doesn't just evaporate. And what I'm checking here is also a great way to check for your evaporator core inside the dash could be leaking refrigerant, as you'll see the green dye coming out with the water. So we don't see anything there. Let's go ahead and check the bottom of the compressor. Usually you look right around here where the shaft seal could be leaking. Nothing going on there. This hose is good. Nothing's leaking there. The compressor's dry. It has no glowing green anywhere. That doesn't mean it's not bad, but our machine is literally saying there's nothing here. It freaked out. So we need to figure out why that is. We have one last place to check, the condenser. Okay, so Danielson got his UV light out and he started looking, and he was looking around and he saw these. And he said out loud, I could hear it in the shop, he said, "What the hell? The whole literal condenser is gone. It's just got some broken lines sitting here, and it looks like someone had pliers on it. You can see the plier teeth here, and also over here, someone squished really flat with pliers. I'm not too sure why they did that or what's going on. So right in here, we shouldn't be seeing a radiator. We should see the condenser right here, and it's gone. The whole thing is missing. We can also see the screws are still intact where it would bolt the condenser to the radiator. All 4 screws are still there. Let's get this thing back on the ground. Let's talk about this. This is really weird. So for the game we just played, it was actually none of the above. It wasn't a locked up compressor. It wasn't an electrical problem. It did have a loss of refrigerant, but it literally had a loss of the whole half of the system. It's missing. It's really, really odd. This is actually the first time, I've been doing this for over 20 years. This is the first time I've ever seen my AC doesn't work because my literal whole condenser is gone. That's just really, really weird. She bought it from a dealer. The AC didn't work when she first bought it. Was this issue currently there when she bought it? If so, it could have never worked. The dealer was wrong. It can't work when the condenser's missing. But one of the customer's family, actually, we talked to them and they thought maybe in the area she lives in, someone could have stolen the condenser. And that maybe jives because you see where someone crimped the lines to try to stop the refrigerant from blasting them in the face. They cut them and undid the screws. It does have some front end damage, which maybe they hit something and broke the condenser and maybe took it off. We're thinking they were going to replace it. I don't know. This one's so weird, guys. Let us know in the comments. The customer doesn't know what happened. They have no idea. We have no idea. What do you think happened to this car? Unfortunately, to repair this vehicle, we know, or if you don't know, PAG oil, which is this lubricating oil inside the system, is hygroscopic, which means it absorbs water. This system has been open for at least 3 years with wide open lines just hanging open. It's gotten dirt, debris, sand, water, moisture, all through the entire system. It's probably corroded. I wouldn't trust it. It's been contaminated. It's basically ruined. It's possible you could just put a condenser on, put some oil in it and charge it, but it may only last 3 months with all the corrosion that's got into the compressor, and they'll be back again. I don't want that. You don't want that. So it's a literal whole system replacement. Because of whatever happened here, it's getting a new compressor, a new dryer, which comes with the condenser, new lines because they literally hacked the lines, whole bunch of parts. It's going to be over $2,000 to get this done. It's really, really sad. I hate that for this customer, but I have seen systems left open like this where someone tried to fix it and just put the parts on and it didn't even last 30 days and the compressor locked up. So if you have an issue with your AC system, don't cut the lines. I don't even know why they were cut here. It's really blows my mind. They come apart. They have bolts. They have ways that just comes off with O-rings. It's not meant to be cut. You don't slice the lines. If an AC clutch fails or something electrical fails, you can repair those items and reuse the rest of the system. But if the lines have been cut, water, condensation, air, sand, dirt has got into the system. It's really just ruins the whole system. It contaminates everything. So it could have been a $500 repair, just now became over $2,000 repair. Fortunately, we told the customer about it. They said, that's strange, I don't have an answer for you, but they said, go ahead and do it. I gotta have my AC. They said, I want to do this in a way that I don't have to bring this back. I don't want to. And I said, well, the only way we can do that is, guarantee it, is if we do a full system replacement. They said, yes, please, let's do that. It actually reminds me of a story. Me and Mrs. Wizard went to look at a Saturn Sky. Before she bought her current Boxster, she was interested in a really cool, fun, sporty convertible car. We went to this dealer lot. I asked him, does AC work? Everything's good? He said, yeah, man, ice cold AC, it's good. And we opened the hood to look inside, and right there by the brake master cylinder was a line that's literally ripped and cut. It was the AC high side line. And I looked at the salesman and I grabbed the line and I was like, the AC can't work, man. It can't. The lines are literally gone. Oh, wow, yeah, we need to look at that. I said, yeah, you go ahead and look at that. We're going to pass on this because you just told me the AC does work, and now I see it's no way that it can work. I can't trust any word from here on out. I can't. We're done. So I definitely wanted to share this story with you. When Danielson found what's going on with this AC system, we were like, this is going to be a great video because it'll just throw you all for a loop. It threw us for a loop. Me and Danielson stood there and stared at each other for like 30 seconds. We're like, what? Anyways, if you're curious what kind of tools we're going to use to work on this car or any other car in the shop, check our Amazon affiliates link in the description below. If you purchase anything there, we get a small cut. Don't forget the new channel, Can You Believe That? There's a link in the description for that as well. Really awesome channel. It's taken off nicely. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button here because we have so many more videos coming down the line. Thanks for watching.